Hello everyone, Mega Man NG here, and we are back with another TMNT quick episode review. Mere words cannot describe just how incredible this episode was. It was truly incredible. This week we're going to be talking about the power inside her. Before I explain, I do want to say that this show, we have reached 100 episodes. This is the 100th episode, and wow. Mere words can't explain it. So here's the deal. I'm going to be providing my thoughts on this with a little summary, what I liked, disliked about it, etc. So, yeah, let's get underway. This episode basically centers on April O'Neil and the crystal that she has. Donatello decides to see if she can improve her powers, but the crystal is doing now more damage than ever, to the point where it actually possesses April and has her becoming this omnipotent god. It's insane. And it's up to the Turtles, Casey, and Donatello to find a way to stop April before she ends up doing something really bad. Man, mere words cannot describe how incredible it is. I said that already, but I can't even stress it. I just finished watching it, and my God, this episode was intense. It was very intense. And this is also a Donatello-April-centric episode, despite the fact the others make their appearance. And this also serves to close the arc regarding the Ancient Aeons that began with Season 4's Riddle of the Ancient Aeons. It began with that when April took a piece of it and had it, like a piece of the crystal, and have it around her necklace. This serves to conclude it. And it shows the results of how dangerous the Aeons are. We also finally learn origins of one of the Aeons, Zar-Naron. Zar-Naron is one of the ancient Aeons, one of the first 7, and after 100 millennia, her body disintegrated and then they became crystallized, so that way they would live forever. When April took a piece of it during the events of Riddle of the Ancient Aeons, which was episode 5, her spirit, Zar-Naron's, basically had April held on, and it bided time until this point, when her powers reach out of control. You already know for yourself during the events, I believe, back in the Belfry, when we saw her powers go way out of control. And last week's episode, her powers went full throttle. Here, this is the result. She became completely possessed. She was full on evil, and she wanted to cleanse the world of corruption. Yes, Zar-Naron has good intentions, but we can obviously tell that it's corrupt, evil, outright sadistic. It was sad. Seeing Donatello basically killed off like that was a shock. I didn't really think this show would actually take a lot of risks. And they did it so well. It was very, very good. There was some action, don't get me wrong, but this episode was just all emotion. One part of it, you have April having been consumed and corrupted by Zar-Naron, who wants to wipe away the universe. And by the way, her quote, "There is no April, only Zar-Naron." It's similar to how Dana Burnett from Ghostbusters was possessed by Zool. And how her hair, when she had her hair up, it's similar to DBZ when several characters turned Super Saiyan, with their hair growing way up and they gain a magnitude of strength. And in the end, April was able to control her demons, or rather destroy the demons, by destroying the crystal once and for all. It was truly satisfying. I love this episode for 3 reasons. The first being that it was an intense one from start to finish, and seeing the Turtles do everything they can to save April really sticks out. It really does. Not to mention April having to do the deed herself. It was truly a satisfying experience. Very satisfying seeing April growing as a character. She's basically come full circle. And now that she no longer has the power of the Aeons anymore, she's strong enough as it is. And she has more control, thankfully. The second is that this is the 100th episode of the show. 100 episodes. And we've come quite a long way since 2012, 2013. We've come a long way. And that makes me very happy because most shows nowadays don't even reach 100 episodes. It began with the 2-part episode Rise of the Turtles that first premiered on September 29, 2012. Now, 4 years later and 100 episodes, man, how things have changed. Really, how things have changed, and I can't say it enough. And how do I put this? I already explained the first, second, and the third reason. Yeah, season 4 is almost at its end. And I really look forward to see how it turns about. Oh, and by the way, if you watch the intro for the episode itself, you notice that instead of seeing regular Shredder, it's now Super Shredder. A nice little change. But it's also a sign meaning that season 4 is surely come to an end. How do I rate this? I give it a perfect 10. This episode was intense. It was emotional. It had some good character development for Donatello and especially for April. And it had a very satisfying conclusion. I loved it. I really, really do love it. The humor, there is still some humor in there, but it made up for it a lot with a lot of emotion, intensity, and seeing April finally being able to rid herself of her demons really was good. And we do get to meet some of the minor characters like Tiger Claw, Hun, Fishface, and Razar. At least that was something. So, what's going to happen next? Well, there aren't going to be any new episodes for 2 weeks, but I hear there's going to be like a marathon and they're going to be showing like the last of the episodes. I will let you guys know what's going on, and once I do, I will be working on reviews for the last 4 episodes. 2 of them have already been revealed, Requiem and Owari, basically serving as a 2-part finale, and I really am looking forward to it. And we've already gotten some names for some Season 5 episodes, and Season 5 is going to be 20 episodes. We already have 3 names, Scroll of the Demo Dragon, The Forgotten Swordsman, and The Crypt of Dracula. I really am looking forward to these when they come. So, yeah, that's it for today's TMNT review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And surprisingly enough, these reviews do more than every other video that I've done. Even my Flash episode reviews, which do pretty poorly. I mean, I was surprised that my TMNT reviews do way better. And that makes me very happy. Now, if only it could be the same for every video I've done. And if that would have been the case, I would not be complaining. But hey, I am at least happy that these are doing well because let's face it, TMNT is not only for kids, but also for adults. So, I'm going to end this review here. I'll see you guys hopefully in 2 weeks when we continue with these episode reviews. And if you enjoyed them, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. Please be sure to share them around with anyone who is a fan of TMNT. And believe me, trying to find one where I don't have to spoil anything, it's a bit tough. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks when we return with more reviews and hopefully see the conclusion to Season 4. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. And yeah, that episode was scary, but last week's Darkest Play was more scary. These guys got guts. All right, catch you on the flip side. See you next time. Booyakasha!